Hi guys, I hope you all are having a great day. So today, my husband and I were actually able to take our kids over to their grandparents or to my grandma and to my mom's so they could watch them for a little bit so we could go to Goodwill to get some thrifting done by ourselves, which is probably the first time this has happened in oh my gosh, like a year. So we were actually able to look around. We didn't have the little ones wanting to touch everything and leave like 5 seconds after we got in there. So we were able to get a lot of stuff. I asked my mom if they could just watch the kids for like an hour while we went in there, and it turned into 2 hours, but we got some really good stuff. So I only have a few, like maybe about half or a third of the items that we got, because this is what I'm going to go ahead and photograph as soon as I'm done with the haul video. But I'm hoping to get another haul video done within the next couple days. So this was a kid's Harry Potter costume. Well, it's just the robe. It's a size kids large or extra large. So my husband was kind of iffy about getting this because he said, well, if it's just the robe, someone may think it's going to be all of it. It could be potential to open like a case. I said, well, I think if I photograph everything and just label it as cape costume or robe costume, and I does say Ravenclaw robe, and I show all the pictures, then hopefully, I mean, that's kind of on the customer if they think it's more than that. You just need to be specific, and even in the description I might put only robe is included. But the reason I wanted to get this, besides it only being $1.99, it's brand new. Halloween is going to be here soon, and we also have a little toddler size Harry Potter costume that's new with tags listed on in our store, and we also have all of the Harry Potter party supplies from when we did my son's 9 3/4 months party last month. So all that stuff is listed. So I said this will be really good because someone might come into the store for this and then see the other things we have listed, or vice versa. So that's why I wanted to pick it up. This was really sweet. So we were almost done checking out. We were going through the tops, and this lady came up to us, and I guess she must have heard us talking about comps or something, maybe checking things and talking about our store. So she came up and said, she's like, I just had to ask you guys. She was like, I'm sorry, but are you resellers? And whenever she asked me that, at first I got really nervous because there's sometimes people, there's some people that have a lot of hate towards resellers. And so I just said, yeah. And she said, okay. She said, well, I am too, but I have vintage. She said she had like vintage booths or something where she sold things in town. And she said, I don't sell clothes, but she was like, you are going to want this. This is a good brand. And I was like, okay, thank you. And I was kind of nervous because, I mean, it's pretty, but just without looking at the brand, I just thought, oh, what if it's just like, I don't know, just Talbots or something like Loft, and I was going to have to like awkwardly put it back. But it wasn't. It was Rag & Bone, which is really awesome. This is only the second time I've ever seen, I think, Rag & Bone in person. We had a pair of jeans like a long, long time ago, like years ago. So this was really cool. It's a pretty blouse. It's long sleeves. It has like little hook and eye closures, and then the neck of it has this tie. It's really pretty. Definitely has like an 80s feel to it. But yeah, so I'm excited to list that. I'd never seen, like I said, Rag & Bone. I thought it was so cool that she found it and that she brought it over to us. And it's funny because I've seen a lot of people's haul videos and they'll say, oh, we just had someone come and bring this over to us. And my husband's always like, that would never happen. I can't believe someone would just give somebody a really good piece of clothing that they found. And it happened to us. So I said, look, good things do happen. People are good. Alright, then this must have been what my husband found. This is a pair of Tora jeans. They're 18 short. So we ended up getting so many things that we checked out once, and then we came back to keep looking because our Goodwills only have like 2 carts to the entire store, and obviously those are usually taken by the time we get in there. And they'll have like a bunch of baskets, but they're just like a grocery store basket, so they fill up super quickly, and they don't hold anything in the front, so you have to like check out, take stuff to your car, and then come back. This was a really pretty fry dress. Let me show the tag. Fry. So I checked out the comps because I know the Fry brand Fry is really good. And these had actually, there's two of these that had sold for $15 recently on Poshmark. And I'm pretty sure the same size. It's an XXL. But I didn't care. I got it anyway. So one time, probably about 2 years ago, my husband and I were at that same Goodwill, and we were checking out, and on the counter, at the checkout counter, there was a pair of boots, and they were new with tags, and they said Fry, and I was like, oh my god, really? That can't be right. And I went to look at them. Yes, brand new with tags, Fry boots. Obviously leather. They were a good size, so we sold them for like, I'd say within like a week, for like $200-300. I'll have to check and see. I'll have to do some video on like my highest sales. It was like several $100s. I could not believe it. So when I saw this, I thought this would, being Fry, was going to be really good, and it didn't look like it did that great, but I bought it anyway. For one, I want to try it on. It's really pretty. It is midi length. It is floral, cottagecore, kind of boho, bohemian vibes, lightweight. It's just really pretty. And I told my husband, I said, even though the comps were only like $15, if anything, it's plus size, it's a good brand, it's got a good look to it. And I was like, if anything, it might just bring some buyers into the store, into our closet or our eBay store, and then have them look at other things too that are similar. So if it's a decent brand, even if comps aren't like amazing, I still am gonna consider picking it up. This was Dress Forum, Los Angeles. I did have another shirt in this brand before. I thought that maybe since it was called like Dress Forum, they only did dresses. And I think this is still a dress. But I had a top in this brand. This is a size small, and it looks like it might fit pretty oversized because I'm like a large. But it's really pretty. I would probably use keywords like romantic, feminine, girly, floral, boho. It's kind of, I would say boho just because of the sleeves and it being kind of peasanty. But I'd also use cottagecore. This must be another pair of Torrid jeans that he found. Must be from the same person because they're also same style and 18 short. I pretty much always will price my Torrid jeans at $30 unless they're like a small size, because Torrid starts at a 10. So if they're like a 10 or 12, sometimes I'll start them at 25. Or if they have if they're like a really older style, or if they have like a slight flaw, I'll do 20 or 25. This I picked up because it reminded me of fresh produce. This is called Lulu Bee, and it was an extra large. It really doesn't look very stand outish. It just kind of gave me, with the colors and the print and this little roughly detail at the bottom, it honestly just reminded me of something that I probably would have worn growing up in the early 2000s. So I picked it up, and this brand was going really well on Poshmark, like anywhere from $30 to $50 for just simple little dresses like this. So that was a good find. I'll definitely have to keep that brand in mind. This we saw right before we left. I saw this little tag. It's kind of dangling off a bit. And I said, okay, that's going to either be Free People, or I think it's called Poof. They have those little metal bar tags. And sure enough, it turned out to be Free People. And this is the prettiest shirt. It's like this really pretty blouse with this gorgeous crochet detail to it. I love this. Very Victorian. Oh my gosh. Isn't that so pretty? And that's a size extra small, but it's definitely oversized fit. My husband found this. He came running over to me and he's like, do you think this will do well? I said, yes. This is Torrid. It's a 0, which is like a 0X. So kind of like an X, between an extra large and a 1X. The sleeves are rolled up. I took them down. Okay. But it's got like a faux leather trim. It's a cool tweed pattern. And Torrid will usually have somewhere inside, yeah, it has a tag that looks like this, and it'll say item number, and you can type this into Google and it will 9 times out of 10 pop up the exact item in its original listing. So you can go, you can find the size chart, you can find the description that Torrid gives about the item, all the information about the piece, the original price that it sold for, all that good stuff, and good stock photos, because I know a lot of people, including myself, will use stock photos. And the last thing that I have to show for today is this really pretty Lulu's dress. I had one thing that I've found from Lulu's before. It was like a long sleeve, short little dress, but it's an extra small. This is an extra large. That's just what the tag looks like. I have to do more research on the brand Lulu's. I've heard people talk about it before in Resell. I don't know how much these retail for, but I know like it's supposed to do pretty well. It's got kind of a more open back. I got it because it's maxi. It's really long. It's an extra large, and it seems like it would fit very small. I'm wondering if it's like almost junior sizing, because like no way, that would not go, that would not fit. So it definitely would fit smaller, but also because it has kind of like a beachy wedding look to it, is what I told the cashier. She said she's like, you got something good. This is so pretty. She said it's so like lightweight and just flowy. But I said, doesn't it give like wedding on the beach during the summer vibes? You could totally make this a wedding dress. So I know it's a little late in the summer, but I think that would be something really good to target that as for weddings. It had some dust. I don't see anymore. It had some dust just because it's so long from dragging on the bottom at Goodwill. So I'm just going to try to probably take some of that off. But yeah, definitely happy with that. So that's all for now. I'm going to go ahead and go photograph those real quick so I can get them listed tonight. I'm going to have a couple more haul videos coming up this week so you can see the rest of the really good stuff we got. I hope you guys are having an amazing sales weekend, and I'll see you the next time. Bye.